Most puppies aren't difficult to potty train. Most puppy owners just aren't given the right information. The method I'm going to walk you through today is built around one fundamental principle. A puppy cannot control its bladder until it physically develops the neurological capacity to do so, and that happens on a predictable timeline. When you work with that timeline instead of against it, potty training becomes a systematic process, not a battle of wills. 7 days, any breed, any age from 8 weeks onward. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do, hour by hour, to make it happen. Before we get into the protocol, you need to understand one thing, because it changes everything. A puppy under 12 weeks of age has almost no voluntary control over its bladder. The signal to urinate fires, and urination happens. There's no pause between the urge and the act. Between 12 and 16 weeks, that control starts to develop, but it's incomplete. A puppy can hold its bladder for approximately 1 hour for every month of age. So a 10-week-old puppy needs to eliminate roughly every 60 to 90 minutes when awake. This means the failure in most potty training isn't a stubborn puppy. It's a schedule that doesn't match the puppy's biological reality. Now, with that foundation, let's build the protocol. Days 1 and 2 are about one thing: establishing the elimination zone. Choose a specific outdoor spot, ideally the same patch of grass or ground every single time. Scent is a powerful behavioral trigger for dogs. Once a puppy has eliminated in a location, the scent of that spot will prime them to eliminate there again. Every time you take the puppy outside, go directly to that spot. Do not allow free exploration first. Walk to the zone, stop, and wait. Do not speak, do not interact. You are not on a walk, you are on a mission. Give the puppy 3 to 5 minutes. If they eliminate, mark it immediately with a calm, clear verbal cue. Good. And follow with a small treat within 2 seconds. Timing is everything. The reward must arrive before the puppy moves away from the spot. If nothing happens in 5 minutes, go back inside, supervise closely, and try again in 15 minutes. On days 1 and 2, you are going outside every 60 to 90 minutes when the puppy is awake. You are also going immediately after, waking up, eating, drinking, playing, and any period of confinement. By day 3, you should be starting to see a pattern. Most puppies begin to eliminate more predictably once they have a consistent external routine driving their internal one. Days 3 and 4 are about locking in the schedule. Write it down if you need to. Every outing, every elimination, and whether it was successful. This data gives you something critical: your specific puppy's natural rhythm. Once you know when they typically need to go, you can anticipate and get ahead of accidents. Continue the same zone, same routine. Add one element. As the puppy begins to squat or is mid-elimination, add a verbal cue, something like "go potty" or "outside." Say it once, calmly. You are creating a conditioned association between that phrase and the act of eliminating. Within 2 to 3 weeks, that phrase will become a reliable prompt. During these days, the puppy should never be unsupervised indoors. If you cannot watch them directly, they go in the crate or a safely confined space. Accidents that happen without your observation cannot be corrected. They just set the process back. Day 5 is where things start to shift. By now, most puppies following this protocol are having 0 to 1 accidents per day. They are beginning to associate the outdoor zone with elimination, and the schedule is becoming predictable. On day 5, you introduce a signal cue, a way for the puppy to communicate the need to go outside. The most common and effective method is a bell hung at the puppy's nose level near the door. Before every single outdoor trip, guide the puppy's nose to the bell. Let them make contact with it. The moment the bell sounds, even if they didn't intentionally ring it, open the door immediately and go to the zone. Do not delay. The association you are building is bell contact equals door opens. Within 3 to 5 days of consistent practice, most puppies begin to approach and ring the bell independently. When that happens, respond every single time, no exceptions. In the early stages of learning, every signal must be reinforced, or the behavior will extinguish.
Days 6 and 7 are about controlled expansion. If the puppy has had 0 accidents for 24 hours, you can begin allowing slightly more freedom indoors, 1 room at a time, under supervision. This is not the time to fully relax. It is the time to test and confirm. Keep the outdoor schedule running. Keep the bell protocol active. Keep supervising. What you're looking for is the puppy beginning to self-initiate, approaching the door, going to the bell, or giving a behavioral signal like sniffing the floor in a circle, which is one of the most reliable pre-elimination cues in dogs. The moment you see that circling behavior, take them out immediately. Every time you catch a pre-elimination cue and redirect it successfully, you are reinforcing the entire system.
Accidents will happen. Accept this now. When they do, your response in the next 10 seconds determines whether you help or hurt the process. Rule 1. Never punish after the fact. If you find a puddle and your puppy is already 3 feet away looking at you, they have no cognitive ability to connect your reaction to what they did 30 seconds ago. Punishment in this context creates anxiety, not understanding. Rule 2. If you catch the puppy mid-accident, interrupt calmly, not startling, and immediately take them outside to the zone. If they finish outside, reward it. Rule 3. Clean the accident site with an enzymatic cleaner. Standard household cleaners do not break down the scent markers in urine. If the scent remains, the puppy will be biologically drawn to eliminate in that spot again. Accidents mean the schedule needs to be tightened, not that the puppy is failing. Adjust your intervals. Go out more frequently. Remove the freedom you extended on day 6 and rebuild it.
If after 7 days you are still seeing multiple daily accidents, stop and assess these 3 things. First, is the schedule tight enough? Even one missed outing can result in multiple accidents that day. The schedule must be consistent without exception. Second, rule out a medical cause. Urinary tract infections are common in young puppies and cause frequent, urgent, uncontrollable urination that no training protocol will correct. If your puppy seems to be going very frequently, more than every 45 minutes when awake, or shows signs of straining, blood in the urine, or discomfort, see your veterinarian before continuing any training. Third, is the confinement space too large? A puppy will not eliminate where it sleeps. If the crate is sized correctly, just large enough for the puppy to stand, turn around, and lie down, the puppy will work to hold it. If the crate is too large, they will simply eliminate in one corner and sleep in another. Potty training is not about discipline. It's about information. When you understand how a puppy's biology works, when you build a routine that aligns with it, and when you respond consistently to every signal, the process resolves itself. 7 days is not a guarantee for every dog, but for most healthy puppies following this protocol, it is absolutely achievable. If this video helped you, subscribe to Dog Care Secrets. We publish new expert content every week, covering everything from puppy development to senior dog care, nutrition, grooming, and health. Leave your puppy's breed in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you're struggling with a specific training challenge, tell us. We may cover it in a future video. Your puppy is counting on you to figure this out, and you just did. See you in the next one.